Unit 5, Higher Polynomials, 5.1, Chapter P3, Polynomials in Special Products. Our objective is students will successfully add, subtract, and multiply polynomials. Okay, a monomial is a number, a variable, or a product of a number and a variable. A polynomial is one or more monomials added or subtracted together. Our formal definition of a polynomial in X is let a sub 0, a sub 1, all the way up to a sub n be real numbers and let n be non-negative integer. A polynomial in X is a representation of the form a sub n x to the nth plus a sub n minus 1 x to the n minus 1 plus dot 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 all the way down to a sub 1 x to the first, which we don't have to write, plus a sub 0, where a sub n is not equal to 0. So these a's are our coefficients being indexed with the number n, and n being our powers written in descending order. The polynomial is of degree n, so our highest power is our degree. A sub n is our leading coefficient, so this one out here with the highest power x is the leading coefficient, and a sub 0 is the constant, so this is going to be a single number. Okay. A binomial is a polynomial with two terms. A trinomial is a polynomial with three terms. Standard form is when the polynomial is written in descending powers of x. A quadratic is a polynomial with a degree of 2. A cubic is a polynomial with a degree of 3. And a quartic is a polynomial with degree of 4. Anything higher we really just call a polynomial. We do not assign it by its cardinal number. Example, what is the standard form and degree of the following polynomials? So our first example is 3x cubed plus 4x to the fourth minus 2x plus 1. Okay, putting in standard form, we find our highest power, which is our 4x, and that's going to go first. It's going to be followed by our next highest power, which is our 3x to the third, our next highest power minus 2x, and then plus 1. So that is now in standard form. Our degree is going to be to the fourth. Okay. So this is a quartic polynomial. All right, 5x minus 2x to the fifth plus 2x squared. Okay, our highest power is the minus 2x to the fifth. Our next highest power is 2x squared, and our last power is 5x. So in standard form, that is negative 2x to the fifth plus 2x squared minus, plus 5x. Okay, there are three terms, so this is a trinomial polynomial. Its degree is a fifth. Okay, sum and difference. On sum and difference, we are going to combine like terms. So if it's a plus, easy, we're going to group our like terms together. So 3x squared and 4x, we're going to add. 4x plus negative 3x, okay, and then negative 2 and 8. So here I have them grouped. You don't have to necessarily do this out on your paper. This is more like what you would do in your mind. Okay, so 3x squared plus 4x squared is 7x squared. 4x minus 3x is x, and negative 2 plus 8 is 6. Our next example, okay, it is subtraction, so you have to be very, very careful. I always tell students to change this to a plus and change all the signs in the second parenthesis. Okay, so it's really like distributing a negative 1 through. Again, you don't have to write this second step. You can write directly to the third step. Okay, and then once you have it turned into addition, we do exactly what we did up here on this first example. So 3x to the fourth, negative 8x to the fourth are going to be combined together. 2x to the third, negative 7x to the third are going to be put together. Negative 8x squared and 10x squared are like terms. We have no power of x here, but we do here. And then our constants 10 and 3. Okay, so those are the grouping that you would do normally in your head. So 3x to the fourth minus 8x to the fourth is negative 5x to the fourth. 2x to the third minus 7x to the third is negative 5x to the third. Negative 8x squared plus 10x squared is 2x squared. Again, we have just the single x, so negative x, and then 10 plus 3 is 13. Okay, you have all done this in Algebra 1 and hopefully have not forgotten how to FOIL, but I've come across a few students that don't know what FOIL stands for, so we're going to go ahead and talk about it. You can only use it when you are doing two binomials being multiplied together. So something like 3x plus 2 and 4x squared plus 3. So the F stands for first. You're going to multiply your first things together, so 3x times 4x squared. Then you're going to do your outer things, so 3x and 3. Then your inner terms, 2 and 4x squared. And then L for last, so your 2 and your 3. Okay, so 3x times 4x squared. You can again do this in your head. So 3x and 4x squared is going to be 12x cubed. 3x times 3 is 9x. 2 times 4x squared is 8x squared. 2 times 3 is 6. The last thing you need to check is make sure it's in descending order and make sure all like terms are combined. So it is not in descending order, so we're going to go ahead and flip these two positions. So we get 12x cubed plus 8x squared plus 9x plus 6. There were no like terms that need to be combined in this situation. Okay, distributing. When we have more than a binomial times a binomial, so for instance a binomial times a trinomial, okay, we're going to distribute. So the 2x gets multiplied by the 3x squared. The 2x gets multiplied by the 4, and the 4x, and the 2x is going to be multiplied by the 2. So I like to think of this as distributing candy. Everybody gets some candy. So everybody gets multiplied by the 2x. Okay. Next, we're going to multiply everybody by this negative 3. So negative 3 times 3x squared, negative 3 times 4x, and negative 3 times 2. And again, you can do this in your head. Just be careful doing it. So 2x times 3x squared is 6x cubed. 2x times 4x is 8x squared. 2x times 2 is 4x. Negative 3 times 3x squared is negative 9x squared. Negative 3 times 4x is negative 12x. And negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. We need to combine like terms and make sure it's in standard form. So combining like terms, we have 8x squared and negative 9x squared. And we have 4x and negative 12x are like terms, so we need to combine those. And we get 6x cubed minus 8x squared minus 8x minus 6. Not sure if I read that right. 6x cubed minus x squared minus 8x minus 6. Our special products that we've discussed before are sum and difference of the same terms. So our a plus b times a minus b gets us a squared minus b squared. So for example, x plus 2, x minus 2, we would be able to shortcut that by getting to x squared minus 2 squared, so that would be x squared minus 4. Square of a binomial, again, you guys really need to learn this one. It will save you a lot of time in the long run. If we have a, either plus or minus b, quantity squared, it's going to be an a squared. A plus will happen if this is a plus. A minus will happen if this is a minus. So plus minus 2ab plus b squared. Okay, so x plus 3 quantity squared. So our a is our x, so x squared. Our 2, and then 3 times x. And then our b being squared is our 3 squared. So simplifying this out, this is going to be x squared. 2 times x times 3 is going to be 6x, and 3 squared is 9. Okay. With the minus sign, same thing's going to happen. Our x is our a, so we get x squared multiply these two together and double, so negative 2 times x times 5, and then b squared is our 5 squared. So x squared, negative 2 times x times 5 is going to be negative 10x, and then 5 squared is 25. Our cube of a binomial, okay? So if we have a plus b quantity cubed, it's going to equal 1, a cubed b to the 0 plus 3a squared b plus 3ab squared plus 1a to the 0 b cubed. Okay, so for this, just follow your pattern. Our a is going to be our 3x, our b is going to be 2. So we have 1, our a, 3x, being cubed, times our b to the 0. Okay, plus 3, our a being squared, so 3x squared, and our b to the first, so times 2. Then our 3, our a, so 3x, our b, 2, being squared, plus 1, a to the 0, so 3x to the 0, b, our 2, being cubed. And now we just need to simplify this. Okay. So 3x cubed, 3 times 3 times 3 is 27. X cubed is x cubed. 2 to the 0, anything to the 0 is 1. Then we have our 3, our 3x squared, so 3 squared is 9, x squared is x squared, and then times our 2. Sorry, there it is. Our next one is 3x, 2 squared, so 2 squared is 4. And then our last one, 1, 3x to the 0, anything to the 0 is 1. 2 times 2 times 2, so 2 cubed, is 8. Okay. Simplifying again, 1 times 27 times 1 is 27. And then our x cubed. 3 times 9 times 2, so 3 times 2 is 6, times 9 is 54, so 54x squared. 3 times 3 is 9, times 4 is 36, and then our x. And then 1 times 1 times 8 is 8. Okay, and it is written in descending order. Your homework is chapter P3, page 29, 1 through 6, 10 through 95, multiples of 5, and number 44.